Cronos the New Dawn is an impressive showcase of the growth Bloober Team have gone through, being recognized for creating games like Layers of Fear, Blair Witch, and The Medium, but it really wasn't until they got to partner up with Konami to remake one of the horror star child, Silent Hill 2. I'm going to try my best not to compare Cronos to that, but you can for sure see that Cronos is inspired by the likes of Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and the Dead Space series. It shares a lot of elements of those games, but I see this as paying it more so of an homage to those horror games of the past and paving a new way, creating something fresh and exciting to the point that even those amazing horror games never did, at least for me personally. I'll explain what I mean by that here in just a second. Cronos the New Dawn on Nintendo Switch 2 specifically looks and runs great, whether you are playing on handheld mode or on dock mode. Though the game runs at 30 FPS compared to the PS5 and PC versions running at a higher frame rate, it hardly ever dipped, and honestly looking back at the footage here compared to what I experienced on my TV, it actually looked a lot smoother, not making me regret my decision on purchasing on a weaker system. The beauty of the Nintendo Switch 2 is the ability to play on handheld mode, and the beautiful 1080p screen here and the dark gritty atmosphere is unsettlingly beautiful. So the game looks and runs beautiful on Nintendo Switch 2, but how is the story here? Without entering really into spoiler territory, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown, and that is that you are known as ND-3576, a traveler in a post-apocalyptic Poland where a tragic pandemic has taken over the world. What makes this game unique is the hellish monsters you will encounter. They are able to merge with any of their fallen brethren to turn themselves into something that is not only nightmare fuel, but can make them more powerful. The way to stop the abominations before they merge with one another is to burn their corpse once you have taken them down. This concept for me reminded me of the zombies in Resident Evil 1, where in that game, if you didn't burn the corpses, later on they will actually return back to life to become something stronger. The story really has some amazing set pieces, but the way this game got me in a chokehold was on the little pieces of lore you will find scattered around the world. Talking about quarantining, staying at home if you're sick, and just seeing what the government and normal Samaritan were trying to do to stop the spread of the infection. It reminded me of an event that happened not so long ago here in real life, so for me, I see this story as a potential what-if scenario. What if what we all experienced a couple years back turned into something this catastrophic? It's really in these notes and audios where you hear people talking about propaganda and how the potential vaccine is just a government ploy. It really just, in a way for me, hit me with a sense of deja vu. I read every single note, and that is the thing that gripped me. In every other game I have played, I really never read the little notes that are on there, detailing pieces of lore that of course are awesome, don't get me wrong in those games, but I feel like the way that Cronos does it here is very captivating. It honestly could just be due to the references of real life experiences, as I am a sucker for what if stories. But I don't know, it just is something that I kind of caught myself when I was looking through all of the notes here in the game, that I would actually stop and read every single one. And it's just, again, something that I rarely ever did in games like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Dead Space, really any other game even out of the horror genre. Now, when it comes to the gameplay, it is a third-person survival horror shooter where you will have to manage your inventory, reserve your ammo, and your heals. There also is an upgrade station where you can upgrade your inventory slots, health, and weapons. When it comes to firing a weapon here in this game, it has such a satisfying punch to it, especially where if you hold the trigger, you can actually shoot a more powerful shot, but in return will make you a lot more vulnerable since you have to wait for that charge up. The locations you get to experience are also fun to go through, dark, tight crevices that almost feel claustrophobic at times. If there's one thing that Bloober Team were always brilliant at, was creating such detailed and fun level designs that really set the mood. The audio design is also just brilliantly well made. This for sure is something that I feel like they learned when creating the Silent Hill 2 remake and brought over to Cronos. Even when starting up the game, they recommend playing with headphones on, and man, hearing the massive footsteps of the traveler, to the screeching horrors of the monsters, to even hearing the early parts of the pandemic citizens speaking about their worries, or listening to the audio logs, just the audio quality here is top notch. It excites me to see the potential of Switch 2 third-party games to come. When it comes to Bloober Team, I believe that if they keep up with the momentum that they have, they can be very well known as a trusted developer who are able to create and enrich fans of the horror genre to a whole new level. Regardless of what system you play this on, you will for sure find yourself so enthralled by the beautiful yet unsettling world and gameplay. The only negatives that I will say is when it comes to the supporting characters here. In a way, I didn't really feel like I cared when it came to the characters that I came across, though I was interested a little bit in their stories. The game, I feel like, just didn't really let me fully connect with them in a more deeper meaning. When it comes to the main character, the Traveler, she herself is awesome in design, but is someone that I strangely feel like I did connect with, to some extent, I would say. I mean, there were some cutscenes where I felt like even she didn't understand the situation she's in and would potentially be questioning things in her own mind, kind of showing that little bit of that character development.
Not suffered any serious damage. I am fit to proceed with my purpose.
Your purpose? I see.
The target said, "We are the ones who caused it all." Is that true? Such is our calling.
Yes. Such it is. I'll be here if you need me.
Overall, I really did enjoy my time with Cronos the New Dawn on Nintendo Switch 2. I'm very happy to see a mature rated game like this make its way onto Nintendo day and day as all the other platforms it's on. I also do hope that this game is successful because I believe Bloober Team may have created something special here. I give Cronos the New Dawn on Nintendo Switch 2 an 8 out of 10. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review of Cronos the New Dawn. Again, I really did enjoy my time with this game, and I'm very looking forward to what's to come to this series, if it turns into a series. And yeah, with that being said, again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.